The technological tool I will be focusing on is Padlet with its diverse features. The features we will pay particular attention to is one's ability to add posts, invite others to contribute, upload files from your computer, post images, documents, etc., and embed content. I am going to be using this tool to support the learning theory of cognitivism. Let's look at some cognitive prompts and a few of the ways Padlet support these. As I move along, think of ways you can use Padlet in your teaching and learning process. Organizing. Here the student organizes information for more efficient recall. Let's look at our first example. In this example, our layout is a timeline, which allows us to visualize information that may change over a period of time. So this could be used for a number of different subject areas. I can use this for biology if I want to show the life cycle. I can use this for geography if I want to speak about the distance of planets from the sun. I could use my timeline, my line here, to represent distances, and students could enter each planet according to the distance from the sun and a little bit of information about the planet. I could use this timeline for math. I could use it for algorithm lesson where students are to enter the information according to the steps. So whatever step they remember, they enter that along the timeline. Now, because this is not my Padlet, there are certain features that aren't available to me. If this was my Padlet I created, or a student's Padlet, and this was my exercise that they were supposed to do dinosaurs time period, we all know there are different types of dinosaurs existed during different periods of time. So the students are to enter a post-it about any particular dinosaur of their choice once it's not there already. And the post-it has to have information about the dinosaur and pictures as well. Now, if I look at this particular example, if, let's say, my first student entered this post-it and the next one entered this, and another student wanted to enter this, but these two were close to each other, you will see a plus sign between there. They click the plus sign and a post-it will open, and they could now attach their picture and their information. Now look what happens when I click on this. And I could even make it larger, right? So I could come out of this by clicking. As I move along and I look at, remember I said now that a number of things could be done on Padlet. You could add a number of different features. You could add sound, you could add videos, etc. So let's look at this particular post-it. This student entered this post-it and they decided they are going to enter a video, a YouTube video. So they attached a link to this
and pterosaurs ruled the sky. Sea monsters called ichthyosaurs.
So this is one way we could organize information. Another way, another layout is maps, and this is not the maps layout. The maps layout allow, almost like Google Maps, which allows you now to any area, have a map of that area, and you can enter information, important sites. It could be whatever. Places with Spanish names. This here is a wallpaper, and because I could draw arrows and make connectors, I could use this. Let's say if I wanted to look at Columbus's voyage to the West Indies, students could now use arrows to map out the places that Columbus visited. So this is another example. This example here, how to train for your first half marathon. This layout that is used in this example is the shelf format. So if a teacher or a student was creating this Padlet, and let's say they will have all the different features, so the basics, the gears, nutrition, etc. Students can now add their posts under each section, and you can now scroll and you would see each child's entry. So this is just another way of organizing information. Elaborating. there is expansion of target information by relating other information to it. So we are looking at elaboration here. And you are teaching your class how to use Padlet for the first time. So you have gone through all the steps, you have explained everything. So now you want some elaboration. You want them to create a Padlet. And on your Padlet, they are going to post their Padlet. So they're sticking a post-it, and on their post-it, they will have a link to their Padlet. So remember we said we have a number of different features. So to each post-it, you can add a link or more than one link. So they're adding a link to their post. Let's look at a particular post. So this is elaboration. You taught a concept, and now they are going and apply that, and it could be in any area, any form. So this lesson was about Padlets, creating Padlets, and now they had to go and create a Padlet. So let's look at this particular post. It's linked, and it's linked to another person's Padlet. And on this person's Padlet, they created a Padlet on the scientific method, and this actually is a teacher's Padlet. And this teacher did the scientific method. And there's elaboration here because the teacher is asking the students to describe a time you use a scientific method to solve an everyday problem. And each student enters their information about times they use the scientific method. So this teacher used this Padlet for elaboration purposes. What are some ideas you may have for the next 4 prompts?